guys, it's Sean with Obsidian Labs here. It's in response to the thread about the manifold adapters that somebody was selling being, I guess, a ripoff and not fitting. I've actually engineered this adapter myself. None of these designs on this adapter were taken from Rising RPM. I've done everything from the adapter all the way down to the studs. On our adapter we use a O-ring to seal the manifold together instead of using a gasket. But there's some users on the group page that are saying that I'm a liar and saying that my product doesn't work when they have no idea and never even seen my products or anything like this. So I just wanted to show you guys exactly how my product works and show you that it actually fits and everything lines up. So if you take a look at the S5 manifold right here, I got a T2 S5 manifold. I've already installed the studs. The studs that I make are out of 1018 cold rolled steel. And I've come up with a couple different designs for our studs. I know Rising RPM liked to use this design right here, which was basically a full stud, which had the threads on the top as well as the bottom. So you would basically have a full stud all the way through to the top. I thought it would be a little bit cheaper for us and for you guys to, maybe cut a little bit of corners, not on quality or anything like that, and would use some stainless steel socket head cap screws to do the rest of the work on that. So I came up with this design, and this basically takes away extra machining, extra tool wear that I have to deal with when running these parts, since they're not too hard, but they do dull out my end mills a lot faster than aluminum. So if I can cut less, and that's better, and if I can save you guys a little bit of money, that's better. So this is the design I came up with. There's two different studs for this. As you remember, same with Rising RPM, you had two different styles. You got your inside ones and you got your outside ones, and their offsets are a lot different from each other. The way I tackled this problem was by using a digital probe to probe out all the bolt holes on both the S6 and the S5 manifolds, and I overlaid the bolt holes and came up with an offset stud design, and it turned out to work pretty good. I haven't had any issues with it, but like I said, I don't know if this was the issue that the other users here were having, or if they bought from somebody else on the forum. I'm not going to mention any names. Supposedly he got banned from our group page. Yeah, it's none of my business. I didn't know anything about the guy. But this is totally my product. I came up with this all myself, and I just want to show you here basically what our product entails. I'm offering two different products here. It's the same thing, but it's two different versions. I've got the standard manifold adapter that would use a gasket, like this one, and then I've got our basically upgraded version that would use a square profile O-ring. It's a 3/32 square profile O-ring. And just going to give you a little walkthrough on how to do this. Installing the studs, I will be honest, they are not indexed when I made them, so it might take a couple minutes to get them in the right position to put the adapter on. Once they're in the right position, which is included, I include a little bit of documentation with the parts showing how to position the studs and what position they need to be in. But once you get them in this correct position, it will slide on every time. I engineered this to be very, very, very tight fit. No, not too tight where you wouldn't be able to get it off, but tight enough to where your adapter won't move around and cause lips on the inside of the ports here. So I'm going to show you right here. This is our O-ring version, and once you get these studs lined up, it slips on. It's very simple. All you got to do is line up the holes. Boom, just like that. And as you can see here, we've got no gaps. Everything is a very, very flat fit, very flush. The port holes line up perfectly. This one is basically kind of like our little tester unit, so it's got some scratches inside. And especially on that one, I kind of scuffed that up with a little bit of sandpaper when I was messing with it. There you go, you can see that better. But this is the exact same design as the ones we do sell. You can tell right there, it is a perfect fit all the way around. As for your bolt holes lining up, that lines up perfectly. That lines up perfectly. I don't know if we can get that in there. That one's a little dark. I might need a flashlight or something. Well, that one lined up. You can kind of see the threads in it. There's that guy. Let me see. I got something here somewhere. Oh yeah, here. We'll just use our kit. I got some, all our kits come with stainless steel hardware. So let's use some bolts we got in here. Here are your O-rings. All the O-ring bags are all labeled for what side they go on for the O-ring version. And metric 8, 125. There is no problem at all with fitment on this. I made sure that everything was correct. The last thing I want to do is sell a part that does not work and have you guys pissed off. You know, I'm a rotary enthusiast just like everybody else on the group is here, and I want to make sure that you guys get, you know, high quality parts. Since Rising RPM no longer exists, I wanted to pick up the slack on it, and I spent a couple $1,000s on getting all the tools and stuff I needed to do stuff like this. As you can see here, everything lines up, and I'll even put the manifold on for you guys with the O-rings. Oh, it looks like I'm missing a washer on one. Okay, I'll have my assistant hold the camera real quick. And I'm going to put the O-rings on. I'll show you here how to do this. When you get the official version, the official release, it'll have S5, S6 marked on the plate here. On our baggies here, it'll show you S5, S6, inside, outside O-rings. We'll start with our inside O-rings for the S5 side. Easiest way to identify that side, the S5 side, of course, is that you have your stud pockets. So each bag comes with 3 O-rings. I include one more O-ring for maintenance. Any problems, I'd hate for you guys to have to go out and buy a whole bag of these because they're kind of hard to come by, these square ones. So I include an extra one with it. And you just lay these in here, run them in. Alright, so about the outside now. Of course, 3. 1 extra. Lay that guy in there. Okay, so we got all the S5 side done now. And I'm going to put it on to our lower manifold. And you have to be a little careful because they do want to fall out. But the tolerances are to manufacturer recommendation for these O-rings. As far as the depth of the pocket and the width of the pocket is to the exact tolerance it needs to be for it to expand out. Now let's do the S6 side. Do the insides. And the outsides. Manifold, and each piece of hardware comes with a washer and a lock washer here, and I'll just start with just these top ones here. It'd be easiest, I think.